Hello, YouTubers. Thank you to my subscribers and all of those that comment on my page. I'm going to be really quick, and I wanted to basically what I'm talking about is from the comments and YouTubers that comment on my page, and when they do, it makes me go, that's why that happened. So a couple of things, and let me talk about the thing that's fresh on my mind. That how one of the YouTubers commented and said that, you know, the Lion King premiere with Beyonce. So what happened, well, I want to talk about all of that because she just had Archie. Like, literally just had Archie. And I believe right after that, she went to Africa. And then that's when she was saying, I'm not okay. You know, remember when she was in Africa and said, no one's asked me how I'm doing. That was their cue. And I believe Harry and Meghan said, well, if they're not going to let us go with the titles and everything, we're going to make an announcement with Tom. And then she gets on, she gets on Netflix and says, I had no idea that he was going to play that video. Yes, you did. You knew he was interviewing you. Whatever. Back to the Lion King. So I would say like a couple of months after the Lion King, and correct me if I'm wrong, that Meghan went to Africa and said that she wasn't doing okay. I don't believe it. And she said she was suicidal. Now, she's got a lot of claims. So, I've already said I didn't believe it. And neither did Piers Morgan. And watch my videos why. But this is why I still don't believe it. This adds to the theory that she wasn't suicidal. And these are my opinions and thoughts. All my opinions and thoughts. And also other YouTubers, what we think and so forth, but mostly I'm talking for myself. So she, in her docuseries and on the Oprah interview, she sits on the couch and she's telling Oprah that she's not doing good, that she didn't feel like she needed to be at home by herself because she was suicidal. So on one event, she went ahead and went. What event was that? Was it the Lion King one? Because to my understanding, they were supposed to go to a Marine base and give honor to the servicemen and women. No, they went to the premiere of the Lion King. And I know the journalists, the journalists in the news media report this stuff. And then, I don't know, give it to us and we chew it up. But you know what they're insinuating? You see Harry telling the producer that Meghan can act and do voiceover. You see him do that. So you know that the conversation at home with Harry and Meghan are, honey, I want to act again, and I want to go to California, and I want to do this, and I want to do that, and I want to just exist. That's what she told Oprah. I don't want to just exist. So what you're saying is that when you were in the royal family, you wasn't helping them. You were just existing. And I just caught that for myself. I'm going to repeat that. She said that when she married Harry, she didn't want to just exist. She wanted to have a life. So what she was saying is that the life she had with Harry wasn't the life she wanted. You knew that before you married him, Meghan, but you married him because you're selfish. You wasn't thinking about anybody but yourself. You didn't think about Harry, and God forbid you thought about anybody else. Because if you did and you knew that this is the life that you didn't want because you were told what life you were going to be in, you knew that. But you already had this plan from the beginning that you wasn't staying there because of you talking? Because you told us that you didn't want to just exist. You wasn't existing. You were being a princess. No, you want to be the president. You want to be in a book. You want to be in Vanity. You want to be on Oprah. You want a docuseries. You want a memoir. You want everything, like Michelle Obama said, serving, a life of service. Because that's what Harry does. That's what he did before he met you. He was doing a life of service. But then when you came along and put your Jezebel claws in him, he ain't been right since. Now, so she goes to this premiere, promoting herself, introduces her to Beyonce, and now they become best friends. Because you know on the docuseries, Harry's like, oh, Beyonce. Like he not a celebrity / like role. He has watered down himself. He has. He has really watered down who he is. And as he continued to be with her in Montecito, it will continue to do what it's doing, falling. And I know it because I'm not interested. Here's the thing. If I'm not interested, a whole bunch of other people ain't. And who cares about me? So she goes to this premiere. Now, in a couple of other scenes that we see, she's in Africa talking about she ain't well. But before that, she was trying to get connected with Beyonce. Because Beyonce didn't come to the wedding. She didn't show up. I'm sure she got an invite, but she didn't come. And so this was her opportunity, Meghan's opportunity, to meet Beyonce and give her her number. And that's how on the docuseries, she gets a text from Beyonce saying, hang in there, girl. Well, I would have did the same thing too if I was Beyonce. She doesn't know her. We've all been manipulated by Meghan. Every one of us. Like Angela said, she manipulated Harry, tried to manipulate the family. Because if you notice, they do things as if they already know who she is. They know she's a manipulator. They know she manipulated Harry. And the Queen said it. He said, this recollections that she got going on is a little bit different. I also want to talk about Oprah Winfrey's party that somebody wasn't invited to. Now, I got this from Sue Smith. And she always has the receipts. Oprah just had her birthday party at the Kardashians. It was a star-studded event. And you got your girl in Montecito surrounded by her celebrity friends. You can't get it no closer than that. And Oprah, her best friend, didn't invite her. Harry dedicated the spare book almost to Oprah. Her name is in the book. I didn't read the book. I don't have a copy of the book and won't never have one. I'm not putting that on my show. Do you know I bought a Donald Trump book? Not a fan. But I didn't buy a Donald Trump book, but I did buy a book about him. Just don't think I would want to read it. It just seemed like it would be boring and all about him. But, I mean, that's interesting sometimes. So, I forgot what I was saying, but Oprah totally didn't get invited. Totally didn't get invited. Oops. Well, she didn't get invited to Michelle's party either, Obama's. And I believe Michelle said, I don't trust her. She's trying to get over here and get photoshops, take pictures with me like we best friends, and we're not. She's fake. When she got on Oprah Winfrey and lied, started telling on her family how Michelle was done with her then. Moving on. But this is what I was going to say, that, and what Angela Levin said, is that you can't manipulate everyone. You try to. You did it at first. You manipulated me. That's why I think I need an apology. But not just that. Like all the people that she goes around and hurt and don't see the damage that she does. It's just, it blows my mind. It just blows my mind, because the whole docuseries, all that they're doing is everybody else's fault. But Sue, Pete, Diana, the GPN, Pierce Morgan, and all of us are saying, this is why. This is what's going on. She said this and she said that, and it's not adding up. They didn't feed her to the wolves. It's a lie. They tried. Another subject, really quick. The Queen gave Meghan one of her aides, someone that she worked with, close with her. Remember Meghan said they throw her to the wolves. They didn't give you a manual on what to do. And no, she's lying. You see the Queen literally take Meghan out on a royal tour by herself. Kate has never done that. At least I don't know anything about it. But they threw her to the wolves. I just don't believe it. I'm just sorry. They didn't throw you or feed you. No, you want us to believe that. And that aide that was working with you, that Elizabeth sat next to you to help you curtsy, she left. She quit. Because you bullied her. We don't talk about that, do we, Meghan? How you bully people? But she left. And so, it just, like Samantha said, her sister, she said, I didn't realize that it was this bad. But now she's told so many lies that she's got to try to cover them up. And her sister calls them fupa. I know I'm pronouncing it wrong, but she said she calls them all these lies that Meghan is telling. And I called him Chris Tucker. His name is not Chris Tucker. It's Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson just asked the question, has your sisters done this before? Is this normal? So I think that's all I had. I hope I got it all out. I got some good responses from a lot of my YouTubers and comments, and it was just like, wow, that's shocking. And another YouTuber said something about Fanny, how Fanny was suicidal, and it was because of the press. And I didn't see any press following Meghan. I didn't see that. And also another YouTuber said this. I said, Harry said, and we're, okay, first I'm gonna say this. The YouTuber said that Harry said in the interview with Oprah that they were trying to get out of the royal family, that they, you know, were wanting to do something different. So while they're trying to tell a different story, that she tried, I tried. I did everything that I could to be the best princess. You weren't in there long enough. I would have gave it 5 years. And then I would have started crying. But no, you couldn't wait. You couldn't take it. You talked about the cottage. You talked about everything in that place. It was too small, and Oprah was like, ugh. If I was Oprah, I would be pissed you said that about me, because now it makes Oprah look like she's snooty. Oh, wow. Look at this place. Like, people don't come in your house doing that. Especially someone new that you just met. No. And so the narrative she's trying to tell us to Oprah was like, this, you can't live here. Was like, you you too good to, you're too good. You're too good for, you thought you were better than them. Meghan thinks that she's better than William, Kate, and all of them. She has to have this arrogance about herself that they ain't, like, everybody else is beneath her, and she's the queen. Her family ain't nothing. She talked about her dad like he wasn't, you know, like he wasn't, like he didn't, excuse me, like he wasn't nothing. And she talked about King Charles like he wasn't a king. I mean, come on. Love you guys.